KP's Kingdom, cooking with KP. Here I'm going to show you how to make a Wellington style meatloaf. Yes, beef Wellington flavoured meatloaf. Really easy to do. Let's get on with it. Okay, so I've got a little fry pan out here, and all I'm going to simply do is add in around about half a kilo's worth of sliced mushrooms. I've just bought those pre-sliced. I'm being lazy today on this recipe. We're going to throw those straight into a fry pan, get a little bit of heat happening there, and we're just going to get these starting to cook off a little bit, just like that. I'm also going to add in a little bit of leftover bacon chunks. Those little bacon chunks are left over from my smoked cod chowder. If you haven't seen the video, it might be because I haven't put it up yet, or it might be because we're still waiting to have things populated. Now I'm going to add in a little bit of leftover rice that I've had from the night before. You can also add in some fresh breadcrumbs. All we want to do is soak up as much of that mushroom flavour as possible. Break that rice up just like I'm doing right there with a wooden spoon. Now here I've got some ground beef or beef mince, and I've got 500 grams that I'm going to put into my little food processor, just like I'm doing right there. I'm going to split these into two pieces, and you'll see why in a second. I'm not going to use a binder for this. I'm going to use the meat itself. I'm going to blitz that up until it becomes a really fine beef paste, a little bit like a sausage mince or ground sausage if you want. Now that can all go straight into a nice big bowl, just like that. Very simple. And I'm now going to add in the other 500 grams. So yes, this does use 1 kilo of ground beef or beef mince in total. That can all go into that bowl. We don't need to keep our little freezer bag there. I've got some gloves on, and I'm just going to start mixing all of that together to get both of those different textures of ground beef all mixed together. And here I've got around about 3 carrots that I have grated, just using my little box grater. If you haven't seen that before, subscribe to the channel and you'll be able to see me do that all the time. I'm going to mix all of that together once again, and don't forget, make sure you get some of that carrot onto your bench top, otherwise you are not doing it right. Okay, so get all of that mixed together. We're going to add in some freshly ground black pepper, just like that, and I would give it a really good 2 to 3 teaspoons full. Really pack that thing full of pepper. It can handle it. 1 brown onion, which I have also grated, and that way it's going to just blend in with all of that ground beef really nicely and distribute that flavour nice and evenly. Right, here I've got a little bit of pecorino cheese, and that's going to give us a nice little salty factor. So therefore we don't really need to add in any more salt. So I'm going to start adding in my rice and mushroom mix into there, just like that, and just start mixing that through, and add that mushroom mix through just a little bit at a time, and that way we'll end up with a really nice even texture all the way through our beautiful Wellington meatloaf. Alright, just keep mixing it through just like I'm doing there, and by having that sausage type mince, we're not going to need a real binder. That sausage mince is going to end up keep everything really stuck together nicely. So here I've got a loaf tin. I've lined that with a little bit of baking paper, and all we're simply going to do is add in our mixture and pat it down as we go. Make sure we get it really nice and firm. Now here I've got some Dijon mustard, and we're going to need a fair bit of that Dijon mustard for this. So you don't need to buy any expensive Dijon mustard. You can just buy something generic. It's going to add that mustard flavour all the way through. I'm going to add in a few sprigs of parsley that I've finely chopped up, and that's just going to add a little bit of freshness to it. Here I've got some nice streaky bacon. I'm going to lay that straight over the top, just like that, and my oven is already sitting at 180 degrees Celsius. Now all I need to do now is cover that with a little bit of aluminium foil, or as Americans say, aluminum. Don't know why. Just going to cover that, and we're going to steam that for around about half an hour, and then finish off cooking until we end up with an internal temperature of 74 degrees Celsius, and that should be just about right. This will still be nice and juicy and nice and succulent. Now we're going to remove that meatloaf from the pan by putting one pan on top of the other. We're going to give that a flip just like that, and I have done that successfully. I don't know how, with my MS sometimes been playing up on a weekend, of course, and all we have to simply do is remove that tin, and it's going to leave behind that paper. We're going to remove that paper, and there you go. How good does that look? Our own Wellington style meatloaf. I'm going to slice that up into nice little thick slices on a bed of mashed potato, and I'm going to cover that with a little bit of gravy. Whether you have a store-bought version or whether you want to make your own, the store-bought one works just as well. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. Really do appreciate it. Love to see you try and make this recipe at home. Hit that notifications bell to be notified every time a new video goes up. Please share this video with all your friends on all platforms and social media. Hey, leave a comment. I love reading and I love responding to them. As you can see, I'm just using store-bought gravy on this occasion. Alright, if you want to learn how to make something nice, budget, filling, and incredibly healthy and tasty, well, you need to come and join the family, my family. Hit that subscribe button. You'll never miss another one of my videos again. Alright, I'm off to eat my Wellington style meatloaf, and I will catch you next time.